Okay. Hey everyone, it's Anya. Dear movers and stakers in my Patreon group, you asked so many great questions this first week of January, that I decided to just quickly make a video. Quickly, let's see if it's going to be quick, but I just can't catch up anymore and respond to it in writing. So also welcome to Jeannie, Katie, and Annalena, 3 new subscribers in the first week of this month. I'm very happy that you're here. So please join in, ask questions if you have them, either underneath each post or underneath the January Q&A post, if you have random questions. So let's see. Penelope, I already responded, but just to mention again, in case also other people missed it, Penelope asked, I use CryptoPay to buy and sell Bitcoin. Can I do this directly in Emberfund or Edge? You can, but it's not possible in every country or jurisdiction. So just have a look, click through the settings, and I think they use something. In Edge, you can buy directly, you can connect your bank account. I'm not sure, but it's possible in Europe. Many options to buy directly from those apps only exist in the States right now. Emberfund and Edge are connected. It could be that you connect to Apple Pay and buy through your credit card or something. Just have a look. So either you see the option to buy or you don't. If you don't see it, then it has not been rolled out in your country yet, but it might be coming in the near future. Hannah, great question. I'm reading that I'm reading that the current crazy rise of Bitcoin is just a bubble and that the price will go down a lot soon. What do you say about the situation? Okay, so this is a really big question. First of all, we have to establish what is a bubble. Yeah, to me, a bubble is prices go up like crazy and then the bubble bursts and that's it. Yeah, but in Bitcoin, like in the stock market, you have market cycles. Things go up, things go down. And let's have a look. Let me share my screen to show you the bubbles of Bitcoin a little bit. So let's look at Bitcoin bubbles. So here we are here in 2012. Bitcoin is around $10 worth until suddenly here in 2013, beginning of 2013, the price goes up like crazy, up to $260, and then it crashes. Is this a bubble? Or is it just a spike in the market or maybe a bull market? Let's see what happens as we scroll further through time. See what happens to that bubble that we just looked at. Here, suddenly, the price goes up to $1,200. And what happened to this bubble? Can we call this a bubble if there is a bigger bubble coming just like a year later or any time? And now let's scroll a little bit further to the right. Let's make this maybe a little smaller so we can see this better. We are now in 2015. See what just happened? Where is this huge bubble? This was the big spike of the big bull market of 2017 in December when the price went almost to 20,000. And it just, what happened to all these earlier bubbles? Can we call them bubbles? Yeah, or are they just market cycles, which are very much related to the Bitcoin halving that takes place every 4 years? And do we care if these bubbles are there? Yeah, or is this something that we can actually use to our advantage? If we know that these bubbles are happening in regular intervals, why don't we use them to our advantage? Yeah. So if we scroll a little to the right, because we all know where we are now, look what happened. So we are over 41,000 right now. And even this huge bubble of 2017 is now not a blip yet like these previous ones, but you can see what I mean. So of course, we have no guarantee that these bubbles or spikes or bull markets will keep happening in these regular intervals, but so far they have. But since we have no guarantee, of course, we need to be careful with our money and our investments. And nobody knows if this is going to drop straight down again or not. I very, very, very much doubt it. I believe that this current bull market that we're in is very different from the ones we had before. This is also something that you can check yourself. This was in December 2017. And I think we spent only one day actually. Let me see. Do we have the days here? Yeah. So this was 16th of December, where we crossed 18,000. Then we went to 19,000. The next day we were up here, and then everything dropped again. So we spent basically only 3 days above 18,000 and a couple of weeks above 15,000 and so on. This was a very steep peak that dropped right away again. But if you compare this to where we are now, you will see that this is much more sustainable. So we've spent 3 weeks, I think we are today, 9th of January. Yeah, we already spent 3 weeks above 20,000. Yeah. And every time we have all-time high, a new all-time high, we spend a couple of days there, then we go the next step, we spend a couple of days there, the next. Of course, it can drop down again. It probably will also dip a little bit. But the reason why I believe that this bull market is so much different from previous ones is because I know just how much institutional money is waiting to get into Bitcoin right now. And how do I know? Because I listen to these macro investor guys who talk to hedge fund managers, corporations, insurances, like all the big institutional money. And because of the money printing, the extreme money printing that's going on right now, these big corporations need to find a hedge against inflation, just like we little individuals do. So far for the last 12 years, it's only been little people, individuals like you and me, that invested in Bitcoin. And we made all these bubbles happen. That was just us. But now the big money is coming in. And it's becoming really urgent for them because they watch their cash reserves melt away, basically. So they need to find a hedge against inflation. PayPal right now is buying, okay, PayPal is buying for different reasons, but PayPal is buying 70% of all the newly mined Bitcoins right now. 900 new Bitcoins are coming into existence every day, and PayPal is buying 70% of those. So these are off the market right away. And I really feel we're going to run out of Bitcoin. that sounds funny, but there's just so much interest by so much big money right now that I believe the price of Bitcoin will go up for a very long time. This will not just be a small spike up and then drop again. Yeah, so that is my very long answer, whether we are in a bubble or not. And I believe that your next question was what to do with it, when to buy, is it too late to buy or not? Let's have a look. Regarding the bubble and coins, can you tell us if we should invest now and how to spread the risk among different coins? Okay, maybe it's too much of the, okay. Okay, so regarding should we invest now? I cannot tell anyone whether they should invest or not. But if you do want to invest in Bitcoin, even though it's at an all-time high, and honestly, we will be at a new all-time high probably 365 times this year. Don't try to time the market. If you want to get in, just get in. Let's say you have 5,000 euros to invest. Don't put all your 5,000 euros in right away because there's a chance that it will drop again. Put just maybe 500 in or 200 or something, and then buy every week or buy every month because you know it's volatile. You don't know whether it's going to go up or down. If you buy now with a little bit, if it goes up later, you're going to be happy that you started today. If it goes down, you're going to be happy that you get to buy more at a discount and you can save a little money. So over time, you will average out. So that's called dollar cost averaging. I don't know what they call this for euros, actually. It's DCA, dollar cost averaging. It should be called euro cost averaging too. Yeah, so instead of putting a lump sum of money in, which you could do, but only if you believe that Bitcoin will go up to 300,000 or whatever, then you really don't care whether you got in at 40,000 or at 40,000 or at 30,000. But of course, nobody knows. So just be sensible, and instead of one lump sum, put different small amounts over a certain interval in regular intervals, every week, every month. It's up to you. And also, if it really, really drops, let's say you started today, 40,000, you put $500 in. Next week or next month, the price drops to 20,000. So that's half. Then you can buy twice as much. Either you put the same amount, you get twice as many Bitcoins, or you put also twice as much money, because then you break even much faster, way below 40,000 before it even goes back to where you first bought in. If that's too much math right now, just do it small amounts, and you will see if you track it like in your portfolio app or something, Blockfolio app on your phone. It will calculate it for you what your average cost was and what your average profit or loss is. So yeah, if you want to invest, don't wait until it drops. Many people are right now, oh, it's going to drop, I'm going to wait, and then I buy in. And what does Bitcoin do? It just keeps going up. So what happens? People get FOMO and they're like, oh, what if it never drops again? And then they just get in at a way higher price than they originally intended. So if you want to get in now. Just get in with a much smaller amount than you have available. Now, about what was the other question? About diversifying into different coins, spread the risk among different coins. I mean, I'm all for diversification. I cannot tell you which coins you should invest in. My personal belief is, number one, you are not making a mistake if you are only invested in Bitcoin. Number two, I do believe the safest bets, if there are any, are Bitcoin and Ether right now. But also I have to say, in hindsight, because this is my second bull market now, if I had left all my funds in Bitcoin, I would have a lot more money now than spreading it across other coins. If you really want to invest, you, like I said earlier or before, only invest in something that you really, really understand. Yeah. But there's so many coins, you can't possibly understand them all. If you enjoy this, if you don't have a full-time job or business or family, and you have all this time to invest in this crypto thing, by all means, research all these coins and really form an opinion so that you know what you want to invest larger amounts in. That's how you do it. Most people do not have this time. Okay, so for them, if you don't want to stress, just do Bitcoin and Ether, or use an app like Emberfund. With Emberfund, It's a wallet, you keep your keys, so it's a self-hosted, non-custodial wallet, but you can basically put money in portfolios that are put together by crypto experts who have researched those coins. And you do trust their judgment, of course. So whenever they reshuffle their portfolio, you get an alert in your app and you can just click yes or no. Well, you can click yes. Otherwise, you don't click anything, which basically means that you agree to have your own portfolio reshuffled in the same way that they did. So you do have things in your control. But this is a really good option if you do want to diversify into other coins, but you really don't know which ones. Then you could use Emberfund. It's one of my favorite apps in the crypto space. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, Hannah also asked, is there a correlation between Bitcoin and Ether? They are completely different blockchains. Price-wise, I think every coin is a little bit correlated to Bitcoin, which is sort of like the reserve currency in the crypto space, because many coins cannot be bought directly with fiat money. So you need to first buy Bitcoin in order to get the others. Doesn't really apply to Ether, because actually Ether is available also on most exchanges where Bitcoin is available. Yeah, correlated in what way? The price is often a little bit correlated to Bitcoin with all coins, but technically they are completely different projects, which right now have really different purposes. Yeah. What will happen when all Bitcoin are mined? That's a question from Janet. So mining will continue to go on until the year 2154, when the last little bit of Bitcoin is being mined. So what happens is that every 4 years, the amount that the miners receive for each block they win gets cut in half. So right now, miners receive 12.5 Bitcoins for every successful block they have attached to the blockchain. Every 4 years, this will be cut in half. So the last halving took place in May of 2020. So in 2024, the block reward will be 6.25 Bitcoin. So in 2028, it will be 3 point something, and then every 4 years it will be less and less. So yeah, in 2154, there will be almost nothing left, and then at some point it will stop. What happens then? Well, the miners will not receive Bitcoin anymore for winning a block. They will just receive transaction fees, as they are already doing now. So that's the only thing that changes. Of course, then also all the Bitcoins will be in circulation by then, and there will be no more inflation, because Bitcoin is a deflationary currency. But right now there is inflation, because every 10 minutes new Bitcoins come into circulation. But deflationary means that it's less and less, through the halving, less and less Bitcoin are coming into circulation, and at one point it will stop. So then we will have however many Bitcoin are still there that people have not lost yet. If people are still holding mainly, then it will be a very, very, very scarce asset. And yeah, I don't know how much more to say about this. It is the absolute opposite of fiat currencies that are being printed into oblivion right now. So fiat currencies will keep losing value. Bitcoin will maintain its value or will keep rising in value, because the more limited something is and the more demand there is for it, the more the price will go up. Yeah, if the demand grows, either the supply has to grow but the supply cannot grow in Bitcoin, so the price has to grow. If by the year 2154 everyone in the whole world will be using Bitcoin, then I would assume that we won't have that much volatility anymore. If everybody is using Bitcoin, and there aren't any more Bitcoins coming into existence, we shouldn't have that much fluctuation anymore. The market will just determine the price. It will go up a little bit, will go down a little bit, but it will be much more stable than right now. That's my guess. I don't know. I won't be around anymore then either, so I can't answer that question. But I don't know if that's actually what you wanted to know, Janet. So if this doesn't answer your question, let me know. What else do we have? Okay, Barbara asks, what do you think is the most convenient way to buy Nexo tokens? Or do you recommend buying them directly from their website? I don't think you can buy them directly on the website, Barbara. But what's the most convenient? Okay, I don't know how convenient it is, but let me share my screen again. Let's see. So this is CoinGecko. And we can search here for Nexo, for example. Okay, so here we have all the information about the token. And if we click on the Markets tab, then we can see all the exchanges that offer this token. So I believe I bought Nexo on Huobi. Yeah. So I try not to have too many exchange accounts because on most of them you have to do KYC and verify yourself. So I try to limit that, but I do have a Huobi account because some of the small tokens are available there, not on any other exchanges. So that's where I bought it, and then from there I sent it to Nexo. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for all your questions. I really like that it's getting busier in the group, so keep them coming. I'm also getting a lot busier right now in my day jobs. That's why this week I almost didn't have time to catch up with everything. So it's possible that I can only answer your questions like on the weekend, like right now. But of course, quick questions I can also answer in writing quickly in my in-between time. So I hope everyone's doing well and you're all happy with your crypto finances this month and so far this year. Yeah, I'm really happy you're all here, and I'm gonna see you in the Patreon group. Ciao.